It's Week 5 of the National Football League, and the focus of this one is on Odell Beckham Jr. It was a nice line for him a week ago, reaching the century mark and scoring a touchdown. It's the Texans and the Cards. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Houston Texans and the Arizona Cardinals. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. They come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
Season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. The Cardinals now getting set to go offensively, and it'll be the dual threat quarterback Kyler Murray leading the way.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
First carry for James Conner. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. To throw, it's Murray. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Couple of Oklahoma teammates there. Murray to Brown for a Cardinal first. From the gun, Murray. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Jonathan Greenard running in to pick up the sack. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. He'll get this to Conner underneath, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 5 yards, and that means they come up short, as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. This will be fielded at the 17. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Texans will take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. But if he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. So the completion good for just 3. And now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. They'll drop to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They'll run it for the first time with Dameon Pierce. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The Texans in a disappointing 0-4 through the first month of the year. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 46. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. First and 10, it's Pierce. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. They'll look to throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back.
Now that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum, or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top, or you now think you have an extra down to play with because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on 3rd down.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Murray again. This is Connor. He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. An option handoff given to Connor. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet inbounds. It's a pickup of 6. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
We're scoreless after 1. Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moved.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And the Texans are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Here's a 2nd and 7. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. He's able to knock that one away.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you've got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll set up a throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And they work this out past the 25. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. They go play action here on 1st down. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force it in.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here's Connor on the read option. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Now Murray. This is caught. And the Cardinals are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's Murray. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Malik Collins breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. On second and goal, Murray to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Caught right side, Tate. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. They are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Murray sets to throw on 4th. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Texans with the football here late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Murray. Being chased out left. Oh, fancy running by Murray. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Gano the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Texans with the football here late in this first half. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something being shut out right now. They could really use some momentum before they head into halftime. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his left. That's complete. It's Collins. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens.
Ready.
They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle. And it's the Titans out in front in that one. Robert Woods, a touchdown reception. From there, we head east to Cleveland to check on the Browns at home at First Energy Stadium. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Former #1 overall pick Joe Burrow with a touchdown pass. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And it was the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars that go home with the victory. Travis Etienne, a touchdown run in the victory. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in the first half for the Texans. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they too have found passing lanes to be hard to come by so far. As you see by the numbers, they'll need to figure that out in the second half. Both teams finishing up their halftime adjustments. We're about ready to get back to football at State Farm Stadium. And for the call, let's head back out to Glendale and hand it over to Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Taken at about the 36. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here are the Cardinals to take over. They've dropped 4 straight games coming into this one, remember, but they have the lead here. It's Connor as they stay on the ground. Jalen Petrie coming up to bring him down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Shotgun now from Murray. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Jalen Petrie picking up the sack on a safety blitz. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Sometimes those punt returns can yield some unnecessary roughness penalty.
Now, I know a lot of guys, when they run a long way to execute a block or make a hit, they're going to launch it no matter what, and it can often cost them.
Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Here we go.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against the secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. The Texans send the punter out. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And this will be taken at the 13. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll fake it to counter. Now Murray. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Murray. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Connor up the middle. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring out a 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And it's taken in at the 9. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
Let's roll. Come on, let's go. Let's dominate this.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the 1st half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Pierce now up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he is going to have a Texans first down by a good couple of yards as they get 3 there on 4th and inches. They'll set up to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you definitely got to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. Back to throw now on 1st down. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. 3/4 in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he's got Jordan complete right side. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Delay of game, optional.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. They're going to look to throw. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That's good for 28 yards.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Now a 3rd and goal situation as this Arizona defense tries to stand tall once more. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. They begin on the ground here with Connor, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Again, a run with Connor. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6. On the draw, Connor. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Give to Pierce. And some space here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard. Maybe a touch less. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Pierce. He is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Now a handoff for Pierce. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Now a 3rd and goal situation as this Arizona. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Dameon Pierce. His first touchdown on the year. And the Texans are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have to have full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
On 1st and 10 is Connor, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. Connor going to get it again on 2nd down. 43 yards on the ground for him so far. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll try and run forward with Connor, and he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They run behind center with Connor. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd. From the gun, a give to Connor. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously, he is well short of the first. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So now the Texans down 14-7. And time, a huge factor. Well, their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on first down. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get the midfielder set so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
Back to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now...
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Oh, nice move. And the Texans come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, sometimes when you try to defend OBJ, you're going to get a PI call.
You might get a PI call at just about any point during his route. And I think a lot of teams have taken the whole philosophy of, hey, just go ahead and do what you have to do and hope eventually they'll quit calling it. But not in this case. They dropped the flag for the pass interference.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And the Cards are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and